The interesting thing with Alberta is it's always had sort of a can-do attitude, right? Which is quite useful and powerful. And I think that sort of permeates that ethos the entire province in a really wonderful way. So the nice thing with energy transitions is that when you start doing something, when you start putting the solar panels on your house and people are like, oh, that looks really nice, that's pretty. I want to have solar panels because, the Joneses have solar panels, right? Or when you start to, communities are starting to do geothermal. Well, I want to have it because if Hinton's going to have it or Swan Hills has it, I want to have it too. So it's this sort of demonstration of the possible and the realization that this is something we can do. When my dad put solar panels, yeah, he would actually, right? LED light bulbs, of course. So all these things again, it's not just the one thing to transition. It's how do you start with something that's simple and easy and then demonstrate something that's a little more of an investment and to show people the range of possibles. And Albertans, like I said, are very much about a can-do attitude and this experimentation. So how do we leverage all of those strengths to then say, and how do we work these transitions? And I think it's going to happen much faster than people give us credit for. It's happened, like I said, Alberta was the first in Canada to price carbon, right? We've had it since 2007, right? And that was a Conservative government that put the carbon price in place. It was only $15 a ton. It wasn't enough to drive systemic change, but it was still a price. So we have already made changes, and we didn't call it carbon pricing. We called it specified gas emitter regulations. Like it was this sort of euphemism of a name for a regulation, but really what it was a carbon price. So we've already been making changes. We've been pricing carbon for 11 plus years now, right? So we're doing this.